Okay, this is 2-1 and 2-2, problems 1 and 2. Problem 1 says, mealworms are a healthy food for wild songbirds. Adam buys a 3.5-ounce container of mealworms for $8.75. Marco buys a 3.75-ounce container of mealworms for $9.75. Which container is the better deal? So there's a couple ways to do this. You could find a price per ounce or the amount you get per dollar. And it's not asking for specific amounts, only who has the better deal. So if we start with Marco, he gets 3.5 ounces for $8.75. So we can do 3.5, sorry, this is Adam. It's problem 1. So 3.50 divided by 8.75. Now, when we divide decimals, you want to convert the denominator to a whole number, and in that case we have to multiply the numerator by 100 as well. And we know 875 goes into 350 0 times, so now we go to a decimal point into 3500. It goes in actually exactly 4 times, which is 3500. So great. So he gets 0.4 ounces per $1. Yep, that's good. And then Marco, let's go with Marco. I don't know why I dotted my A, but I did. 3.75 for 9.75. Okay, so we will do 9.75 using our little trick like we did earlier. 3.75. Okay, it goes into 0 times. We have to add a 0, and 4 times 975 is actually 3,900. So we know it's going to be 2,700 plus 225, 2,925. That's 825. Drop the 0, and you can keep going. This will go in 8 times, and you can keep going. But we already know that 0.38 is less than 0.40, so Adam has the better deal. Let's look at problem number 2. Okay, a painter mixes 2 1/2 pints of yellow paint, yellow, with 4 pints of red paint. There's no conversions. It's asking, I'll go here, 2 1/2 pints of yellow with 4 pints of red to make a certain shade of orange. How many pints of yellow paint should be mixed with 10 pints of red paint to also make the shade of orange? Well, if we do 2 1/2 over 4, we can find out how many it takes to get to 1. And we can do that by either dividing by 4 or multiplying it by the multiplicative inverse. So I'm actually going to multiply by the multiplicative inverse, which is 1/4, and I'll multiply this by 1/4. Well, 2 1/2 first converts to a mixed number, which is 5/2, and then we can take 5/2, 4, multiply each of these by 1/4, this by 1/4, and then we would get 5/8 over 1, and then that is how much goes into 1 pint, and we need 10 pints. So 5/8 times 10 pints would equal 50/8. That can be reduced to 25/4, which can then be simplified or turned into a mixed number of 6 and 1/4.